Hello everyone and welcome in. This is the Money Shift Sim series. This is a fun week, so we're going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to do some commentary. So sit back, relax, and you'll have to let me know if this is better or worse than the ASMR videos we've been putting out. But yeah, so this week we decided to take a fun week because a big group of us, as you would see in my livery video, had a 4-hour endurance race at Spa, so we didn't feel like doing a league race and having all the practice for that when, what was it, 8 of us were already going to be doing a different race that we should put some extra time in. So we picked Tsukuba, we picked some Formula Mazda cars, and got out on track just to kind of goof around, have fun. Not a lot of practice done beforehand, mostly just learning the cars a little bit more. We've driven them before, but not in a good while. And we've driven Tsukuba before, but not in a while. So put those two together, and obviously I know what this race is going to look like in the end, at least from my point of view. I am Mitchell Krager. I'm running 3rd place, as you can see on screen. The leaderboard there. Sorry, 2nd now. No, 1st. Look at that. Winning the darn thing. Right? Oh, never mind. But I don't know what happened with some of the other drivers. I don't know what happened behind me. I don't know what happened in the 2nd race, you know, outside of what I saw with my own 2 eyes. So get a little bit of that and yeah, go from there. But a couple laps in now. I think we're technically on lap 3 at this point. You have me out front. S is Samson. That's Alec. I believe that should be fixed in the future to read Samson. You might have noticed we had a C and an S on the leaderboards in previous videos of the BTCC. One of them is fixed. You can see Corson there. The other one is Samson, and that is fixed in the future. Yeah, looks like that is Kyle heading off the track. Rejoins here back into 7th place. Not ideal as we go back up to the front. I had a very unique color. I'm this nice light blue that I don't think anybody else was, so I can always tell who I am. Yeah, but Alec, myself, Jake Johansson, filling out the top 3 right now. Kind of checked out from everybody else. You can see that's Paulie in 4th place, a little bit further behind. Top 3 tucked within about, looks like about 6/7/8 of a second, until one of us goes off and does that. Charge, apparently. That's maybe not the best camera angle for these cars, because it just kind of shows off the rear wing and not much else. Back on board with myself here. You can always tell who is on board in the bottom right there. It tells you real fast, but Alex sets a new fastest lap, 58.395. I am charging, chasing him down. There's Paulie, caught up to Jake Johansson a bit. Just about a 1.5 seconds out. Barker, Corson, Topman. The really nice thing about this track is it's pretty simple to learn. There's not huge amounts of time to be gained. Especially, and it's a short lap too. So you really stayed pretty well, you know, within reach of the car in front of you. It's really nice, really good racing. I believe Alec got a poor exit there, and I get out in front of him and back in the front here. But yeah, top 4 are now covered within about 2.5 seconds, it appears. I think you can hear some car in the pit lane chugging along, because it definitely makes a different sound when it does that. Ooh, I got wiggly. And actually, in my defense too, this has been a handful of days, so I might not fully remember everything. Ooh, what a move. What a save, what a save. That thing was about 40 degrees sideways. There's the best camera shot ever again. I think we're looking at Paulie, but literally cannot see him. Look how close he was, and you could not see him. Thank you, AutoCam. That's the exact camera angle I want for the rest of the race. This is also not a great one. This is a great camera angle in the touring cars because it's the one that actually lets you see out of the windshield. Oh my gosh. We got a great view of that one. Johansson just blasting into the rear of me, sends me off to the wall, first to fourth in a heartbeat. Or actually, I think I was running second there. But still, into the wall, back to fourth place, lost a lot of ground. Have to see what happens from there. But Alec gaining a little bit of put a little bit between himself and second and third. It was Jake and Paulie. But Paulie all over the back of Jake. For once we could see a different car with this shot, which is a bit of a blessing. Feeling around, trying to find that pace. Yep, action shots need to move a little bit in these cars, I think is the more of the story. Off to the helicopter cam. That's one of my favorite shots, see the different lines through, especially if it is one of those quarters that has a lot of different lines. I believe you're getting a lap traffic here. That's Ova in the other yellow car. He struggled a bit the first race. I believe second race went a lot better for him though, so got some learning done there. Look at that color match steering wheel. Jake Johansson within about a second of Samson in first. And there goes. Oh, got out of my way quite well there. Quite quickly. That's one of the corners that could really trip you up on this circuit is that hairpin. It's just so hard to get stay off of the go juice just that little bit longer than you want to, and do it a little bit too soon, and that can happen. Paulie all over the back of Johansson right now, and those two are just chipping away at first place there. It's Alex Sampson runs a little bit wide. See if he loses a bunch of time from that as well as they come toward, yes, the hairpin. I thought that's where it was, but it didn't quite look right, so. On to the front stretch here, about half a second between them. Alec a little bit wider than Johansson there. Paulie following right in the footsteps. He backs off just a little bit, or lost a little bit of time. And then myself in fourth, kind of in a bit of no man's land at this point. So it is what it was. That's kind of what I was going back to talking about with this track. There's not a lot of time between, you know. You could be 0.2 of a second off, and it's a big difference here. But that's still not making up a lot of time, you know. So right now I'm 3.25 seconds back. I could be better 5 laps in a row over 5 minutes and, you know, not be within a second still. So Johansson right on the back of Sampson at this point. Looking outside. And makes it stick. Alec a little bit wide, both of them a little bit wide out of there, and tucks right in. Probably a little bit wide behind them. Down the front stretch. Gonna go for the lead. And see what happens out of the first corner. First set of corners here. It looks like Johansson in the lead. Alec comes back. Oh, real wide, real loose in the first hairpin. Paulie looks towards the outside. Not quite there, not enough space. Johansson has a chance to sneak away now, as maybe it's Paulie and Sampson battling instead for second and third. Looks like Paulie got a much better exit out of there, tucks along. Oh, and that's Allen hard into the wall in 5th place. Wow, it's almost like it looked like he was trying to take the chicane there. As he falls down out of the spot. Back up to the front. Paulie takes the lead, or takes second place. So that bumps Alec all the way down to third. And we're grouped up again. All three of the top three running very close. Right here, I remember thinking, I just want them to battle. Keep battling. Maybe I can make up a little bit extra time, because I was not crazy faster than anybody. Alec, I think, going towards the inside on the hairpin. Nope, doesn't quite have enough room. Down to the last straight here. Well, and there I am, tucked in about second and a half back is all now. So there was some mistakes or some battling cost some guys some time. And there was, you saw it in the rearview mirror there. One time that shot actually comes in handy. Don't get a good shot of that. What happened is Johansson ran really wide, bounced off the wall back onto the track, and just absolutely clobbers Sampson. I had a front row seat of that. It was quite a mess. And I believe Johansson even stays upside down, teleports to the pit lane. Wasn't very far away from the start of, or the end of the pit lane, so didn't lose a ton of time for that, but is definitely feeling it now. 4 seconds back in fourth place. Get a good shot of Kyle right now. He's holding down the fifth spot pretty well, and then there's Alan in sixth. It's pretty great looking livery in my opinion. I believe that's the 787B car that they're replicating with that one, if I have my numbers correct. Car number 55. I believe it is a great sounding car. Never heard in real life, but videos make it sound very awesome, very screamy, kind of like a classic F1 car. Chad's rocking the very American livery, it looks like. Or no, is that? Ah, we have America on one side and Japan on the other. The Bald Eagle and Mario. And behind him, that is me looking. Chad absolutely loses the rear. I remember being very proud of myself for not absolutely taking him out further. And that gives Paulie a massive advantage now. We'll see what that comes out to by the time done with the long final turn. It's probably going to be 5 seconds. Looks pretty close to 5 full seconds ahead at this point. So we went from having very close, very intense battles, or at least very intense follows, to the first 3. A little bit more with 4. Someone's at my front door apparently. Don't know if you heard that or not. I would assume so, but now we're all very spread out. The closest ground is Jake to Sampson. You can see on screen right there. All in all, though, this was a fantastic combination. I really enjoy running these cars. The last time we did was also, actually, was not a fun week. We had a series where we changed cars every single week, and we changed tracks every single week, and bounced back and forth between a GT car and then a Formula style car. And this was one of the cars we ended up grabbing. The Formula Mazdas, we ran these at Hockenheim, the short layout. And that was also a very, very fun time. Lots of good battling. So we're 2 for 2 on having great racing in these cars. I would highly recommend if you have a couple people, especially if you maybe aren't the most equal. These seem like they really lend to good racing, and You can drive them pretty easily, so I don't think speed's a massive, massive difference. Second a lap or two, I think is... I know, it's kind of hard to say because I know we've seen Alan in the wall at least once. Not sure if Topman would have also been in the wall at some point, but they are, let's see, what do we got? 9, 11, I believe that was a 6, so 17, 24 seconds. We're 15 minutes in, we're 24 seconds apart to 6th place, which is probably a bit of a big gap, but we also love having a nice wide skill range for everyone to learn and get better. Speaking of learning and getting better, Chad here on screen now in that USA Japan car had just gotten a new wheel and base set up. So he was setting it up during practice. So instead of practicing, he was getting all this new fancy equipment put together and was definitely learning and adjusting to that on the fly. So he can be very, very forgiven for taking a little bit longer to get used to the track and the combination together. So let's go through the field real fast here. I am now about 3 seconds back from Paulie. Hadn't been on camera in a while, I think, because there's really not much going on between us. Another 7 seconds back is Alec. Jake Johansson's about within 2 seconds now of 3rd place, so we might get a charge later. And you can see right now, car number 1, Jesse Hoffert, has jumped in. He had another race to attend, and he did very well, and I don't know the exact name of the series off the top of my head, but I suppose it would not be a spoiler unless you're watching the Hyundai Elantra TCR series, but he qualified for the semifinals, the regional finals, however you want to say it, and it was really awesome to see one of our own do well outside of the league, so well done to Jesse. And it does look like we might get a little bit of a battle coming up here. We're starting to run lower on time. Under 3 minutes to go here, but we're within with second between Jake and Samson. It looks like Samson might have made a mistake because he is within 6/10 now. Yeah, I was very much... There's no reason to watch me here. This is just me making mistakes because I was trying to push to catch, and it just wasn't meant to be. Looks like Alec weaving on the straight, trying to break the toe. Johansson a little bit cleaner through the front part of the turn. Runs a little bit wider on exit. Neck and neck, 2 minutes to go between Johansson and Samson. They're very much on each other all day long. There is Jesse jumping in. It's about 3 minutes to go. This is his practice session. You'll see him in race 2, which will be a reverse grid from the results of race 1. So, seeing as he is 14 laps down, I have a feeling I know where he starts at. And you should too. Back to the action for 3rd place right here. Jake lunges to the outside. Can he get around the exit? On the grass, side by side. Don't know where he's at because this camera angle is booty. Alec tucked in. Oh, even better. Johansson way wide. Lose some time here. We got just over a minute to go. Depending on where Paulie's on screen, I think we got 2 laps to go. Big mistake from Jake. Sent it too hard. Downshifted too quickly. And that just might do it. We have, I believe that is Alan Barker in the middle of them two. Oh, he gets around him right quick. Maybe Alan was just staying out of the way, recognized the difference in speed, didn't want to get in the battle, didn't want 3rd place to be decided by him. Wow, how serene, how quiet, how beautiful of a car. Meow. Oh man, I need someone else to talk to for this. Is I think what we're figuring out, because I'm making car noises now. Polly crossed the line. It looks like about 17 seconds left, so this should be the final lap. And Jake is back at it again. Samson is a mistake away from having that yellow Mazda right on his rear. That's Kyle. Oh! Loses a bit. Collects Chad in the process. Get it faced in the right direction and get back at it. And is that for position? That was. Alan Barker takes 5th place from Topman after the spin. Polly coming out of the hairpin, 1 straight to go, 1 corner, and he takes home the dub. And it looks like he's nice and tidy through there. No need to run wide at all. Cross the line. Polly is your winner. First ever win in Money Shift Sim Series for him. Myself, Mitchell Krager, finishes 2nd. And if you're new, this is the first time you've watched us, you made it this far, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe, give this video a like, share it, whatever you want to do. Back to Alan, bringing home, looks like the 5th spot. Kyle got past there. Oh, it looks like Chad might have as well. And then the staple of every race we've ever run as a group is the Demolition Derby / donuts to finish everything off. And it just sounds like a load of bees there. But once again, thank you for watching. Your winner in race 1 is Polly. Race 2 will be a reverse grid of the standings you see on the left of your screen right there. That's a great dance there from Alan. And nice sets back down. Anyway, hope to see you next time. Hope you enjoyed it. And